So it's time to replace the brakes on the Evo today. Like many other high performance cars, the Evo has Brembo calipers, also referred to as monobloc calipers, which with those, it's actually a lot easier to replace the brake pads as they just slide out from the upper part of the caliper. Now this information can be used on many other vehicles, not just Evos. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the car centered up in the garage so that way I have room on both sides and we'll get started. Now you're gonna wanna jack the car up and remove the wheels so that way you have access to the brakes. We're just actually doing the front brakes today. The rear ones were changed not that long ago. I'm gonna go ahead and set the camera on the tripod and get the car lifted up. Now the tools required may vary slightly between applications. There's gonna be 2 pins here. Slide these out, they come out the back end. And then once you remove those pins, this clip will come out here in the center. From there you can slide the brake pad straight up. Now that we have both pins and the clip removed, we should be able to slide up on the brake pads and pull them out. You're gonna wanna pull them up at the same time on opposite ends, so that way it's not too difficult to pull them out. Sometimes it helps if you actually stick like 2 screwdrivers in the holes here to lift them out. Now one of the good things about replacing brake pads on monobloc calipers, you don't actually have to push the pistons back in using a C-clamp. You can actually just slide them in, you can pry them in using like a screwdriver. You're going to want to get them pretty much flush or even so that way you have room to put in the new brake pads. Now you are going to want to put some brake lube on the back of the pad where it makes contact with the pistons. That way it doesn't get seized up. And I always suggest going over everything with brake cleaner prior to putting it back together. Now that is a million times easier than changing the brake pads on your traditional standard brake caliper. Now I'm going to go ahead and knock out the passenger side and then let the car down. Now they say normally you want to get the car up to about 40 miles per hour and then do like a hard stop to get the new brake pads to seat properly. That's what I'm going to do and I should be all finished. So aside from getting the brakes seated, I'm all finished up here. Within the next couple weeks, I still need to replace my clutch, and hopefully following that, I'll be able to get tuned for E. Appreciate you guys checking out the video. Hopefully this helped you out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.